Of This Week in Film, where we show you all the latest buzz from Hollywood and beyond. I'm Haley Marks.
I'm Sam Bissell.
And today we're going to be talking about movies, as always. So, let's get started with some trailers.
All right.
Something that just came out, a new trailer for this movie, Beguiled, which is actually a remake of the same film in 1971. So, I don't know if you watched the trailer, but it's so interesting.
It is, and it's Sofia Coppola, whose father, of course, is Francis Ford Coppola, one of the best of all time. And it's interesting to see the way that she does her own movies, and it has a star-studded cast with the likes of Nicole Kidman and so many other great stars that it just kind of has this, like, horror twist to it. And it looks really, really interesting, like a dark, gritty, different kind of movie. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Sofia does with this kind of horror film.
It's a star-studded cast also.
It is.
You've got Colin Farrell, we have Kirsten Dunst, Nicole Kidman, and Elle Fanning.
Right.
It's completely star-studded. It takes place during the Civil War, and for a formal synopsis, it's actually like a Union soldier is found and abducted by a group of Confederate women in the South. Who are in a boarding school. So when I was watching, it has a really creepy kind of suspense to it because they're all like, pretty and pure and wearing white, but like they're the bad guys.
Right.
So it has like, it's kind of like Little Women meets Misery in a way.
Exactly. And Nicole Kidman definitely plays that type where in this movie where she's that creepy kind of mysterious character where like she's probably very disturbing and disturbed at what's happening. And so it's really interesting to see that. Really interesting.
Yeah, so that should be cool.
It's going to be very interesting. But
you know what else is cool?
There is, of course, another big trailer. Star Wars The Last Jedi finally came out.
The one truth.
Last weekend actually when Star Wars Celebration happened. So, of course, we finally get to hear Luke's voice. We get to see Rey training. We get to see Kylo Ren again. We get to see all these new and old characters. But of course, the biggest mystery of it all is, what does Luke mean when he says he knows one truth is that it's time for the Jedi to end? This movie looks absolutely amazing. It looks fantastic. The visuals, the style, it's just absolutely beautiful and aesthetic, and it's going to be great.
It'll be stellar. I'm so psyched for just all the effects, for all of the imagery. And the score itself, just in the trailer, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
John Williams. Oh.
And it's amazing where it's like, I still watch it now, and it's been out for about a week or so, and I still get goosebumps just like listening to the music. Like Star Wars has a great effect with you on all aspects of whether it's visuals, a story, acting, and even a score. It might not even be like the trailer music might not even be associated with the score, but it still like gets you riled up and it gets you going. And I remember watching they had the panel for The Last Jedi at Star Wars Celebration where the trailer came out, and it was just great to see that Rian Johnson is so involved with the fans. And to me, it really hit home when he showed the poster to The Last Jedi, and then people were clamoring for a trailer, and he's like, and Josh Gad was hosting, he's like, so is there anything else? And he's like, of course there's a trailer like that, why wouldn't there be a trailer? And you see the excitement of like being able to finally show something to the fans. It was just absolutely amazing to see it. It's going to be a very interesting movie. But it's in December.
I don't know what to expect, because it's going to be a dark twist.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of things are dark about Star Wars, mostly because it takes place in space and there's darkness in space.
There's a lot of lightness to Star Wars,
yes,
though. There is. Stars and things, and lightsabers and things like that.
Lightsabers are light in Star Wars.
They are.
But
it's going to be great, though.
I'm very much looking forward to it, to see what we're in for. It should be a really, really cool movie.
It is. It's going to be interesting.
Stay tuned for more news about that.
It's time for the Jedi to end.
You know what I want to talk about now, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about my husband, Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, all right.
I am so excited because he just got a star on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood, and which is such big news for him. He's such an up-and-coming actor. He's funny, he's good looking. And
He's good looking. He's a good looking guy.
But, you know, especially after all this hype regarding Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is on its way.
Right.
So I'm so excited that, you know, to see an up-and-coming actor really get that recognition.
Right. And especially for someone like Chris Pratt, you know, he definitely is the next big action star. I definitely think that, you know, he's been in something like Jurassic World or Guardians where, like, he's that tough macho guy where, like, it's just action and you can just watch it and be entertained by him and just not be bored by it. So I definitely think he's someone to really look out for. And the stories of him, like, getting the Guardians of the Galaxy role are really inspiring for not just actors but up-and-coming actors, people who are just going through those auditions and, you know, just one after another and just want to break through that wall and try to find their place. And Pratt did it, so, but it just takes time and learning and experience.
Right.
So people can really take advice from that and experience.
It'll be great.
It'll
I'm
be
really
great.
looking forward to seeing Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, like, I love the first one. It's so much fun. It's just a fun, funny action flick, great for the family. It has that great colors, great talent.
Yeah.
And not just Chris Pratt, but the entire ensemble
Oh, yeah,
cast is
yeah.
really something.
Absolutely. And the spearhead of that guy, of that group is James Gunn. I mean, that guy is one creative talent. I mean,
Yeah.
he just had, it's his own mark where he just brings wittiness and he just brings story and it's just a unique weirdness to it. And it's really something to enjoy. And it's definitely the Marvel Star Wars, really, like, in its own unique kind of
You know?
funny
You're
way.
right.
It really
Oh,
is.
space movies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
Marvel space opera.
It's
It is.
a little bit. But there's also some movies that just came out this weekend. One of them was The Unforgettable, which honestly I forget.
Yeah. I mean, it was it's a good film.
It's a movie.
It's a movie. Katherine Heigl, Rosie O'Dawson. Check it out.
They're in it.
Check it out. Or you know what you should go see? You actually should go see Fate of the Furious. That's what you should go see.
Fate of the Furious. All right, that's number 1 in the box office right
Number
now.
one.
Other than that, box office has been pretty stagnant.
Yeah.
Lost Baby's at number 2. It's been that
Right,
for a
yeah.
few weeks now.
Fate of the Furious, though, $900 million worldwide.
Wow.
A staggering number in just its second weekend. It's killing it internationally. Had about a 60% drop off in its second weekend here, which is what it's not the best kind of weekend where if you want to go from your first to second weekend, that's really like the typical drop off for a blockbuster. But usually, like, if it's something like Fate of the Furious where it's killing it overseas in China and all these other countries where it just keeps building and building, where it could honestly, by the end of the year, we could be looking at this where it could be the highest grossing film of 2017 if Star Wars doesn't overtake it, which will be the big question at the end, was can Fate of the Furious have the legs to gross $1 billion and keep ahead? That'll be the big story, but we still got a few months.
I feel like Star Wars might.
It would probably still pull away.
Yeah.
It'll still pull away.
With all the hype it's gotten.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting, especially, you know, you still got Guardians, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, Alien. It's gonna be, you still have all these films that you don't know what it's gonna be, what's gonna happen, but right now the big box office juggernaut probably of even overcoming something like Beauty and the Beast, which had like $170 million opening weekend here domestically and it reached $1 billion, but this is kind of something where Fate of the Furious just beat the biggest grossing opening weekend of all time a week ago.
It's crazy.
And it beat Star Wars on top of it all.
Thought?
It's just, who would have thought when you saw The Fast and the Furious, the first one, that you would, an eighth installment just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it's just, audiences love it, and it's something where you believe it. Like, it's something where, I know a lot of people are not a fan of it, some people are, some people aren't, but you have to buy into it to really love that kind of film.
Right.
You really have to buy into it. It's just something where, yeah, it's cheesy, and it could be lame, but you enjoy it. There's something about it where it's like you feel for these people and you care for them. And
maybe it's because they're just, what they're doing is so relatable.
They're a family.
They're driving.
Yeah, they are. They're one happy driving family.
One happy driving family.
Exactly. They
With
are.
a lot of speed. Need for it.
Need for speed.
Alright guys, so that about does it for this episode of This Week in Film. As always, tune in, watch us on YouTube, and listen to us on 88.7 FM, WRHU. I'm Haley Marks.
And I'm Sam Bissell.
And we'll catch you next time.
See you guys.